No, I don't worry. I tell you, I'm a man who believed that I died 20 years ago, and I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing great. I wanted to make this video since I made this channel. I want to talk about one of my heroes, one of my idols. I want to talk about Malcolm X and what I learned from him. But I want to talk about certain phase of his life. I want to talk about prison time. So we're gonna talk about his prison time phase. Malcolm was born in 1925. His father was a preacher and activist, and he was killed by KKK when Malcolm was 6 years old. As a teenager, he was involved in crimes and hustling on the streets. In 1946, he was arrested and sentenced to 8 to 10 years behind bars. At first, prison was, as anyone expected, was dark and lonely place for him. But instead of giving up, he decided to change his life. He decided to educate himself. He started reading books about history, religion, philosophy, and African American history and culture. And one of the most important things he did was to teach himself to read better by copying the dictionary. He wrote out the definitions of words until he fully understand them. And this showed his hunger for knowledge and his determination to change. During this time in prison, Malcolm also discovered the teachings of the Nation of Islam, and he began corresponding with Elijah Muhammad, the leader of the nation, the leader of the Nation of Islam, and he became Muslim. And this gave him a new identity and a new sense of purpose. So prison was not just about punishment for Malcolm, it's about transformation, it's about a change. He became a thinker, a thoughter. He entered the prison as a criminal, but came out of the prison as a leader, as one of the most important voices for black empowerment and the civil rights movement in America. So we're gonna talk about three principles, three lessons that we can learn from Malcolm X during his time in prison, and we can apply them in our lives. So the first principle, the first lesson, your past doesn't define your future. Malcolm went from being called criminal to become one of the most powerful voices of the truth in the world. We remember him after many years of his death as a leader, as a thinker, as a thoughter, as a guy always tell the truth and never afraid. So I'm a huge believer of a change, of transformation in your life, of of conquering your bad habits, of improving your good habits, of changing your mindset. That's what he did. He removed his bad habits. He improved and adapt new habits, new good habits. He changed his circle and he changed his mindset. And that's what he did. And this is what the first principle is. Your past doesn't define your future. So the second principle is, the second lesson is educate yourself. Knowledge is power. So yeah, we talk about first principle is about a change, about transformation. But what are the things that help you to transform your life, to change your life? And for Malcolm X was reading. He started reading books about everything in prison, about religion, about history, about philosophy. He educated himself. He learned the dictionary. So reading and learning open your mind, transform your life. So one of his quotes is, "People don't realize how one book can change a whole man's life." So the final and the last lesson is, you may hate something even though it's good for you. So from outside, everybody knows that prison is a bad place. Prison is a hard situation for everybody, but for him, it was good for him. It changed him. I think if he didn't enter the prison, he maybe remain a criminal. But for him, he enters the prison. He changed his life. He new good people in the prison. He educated himself, he discovered the nation of Islam. So I think sometimes we hate something even though it's good for us. Like we ask God, I ask God to be patient, but God doesn't make you patient. He sends you the hardest situations, so you learn patience from it. So hard times make strong men, easy times make weak men. So I reached at the end of this video, and if you are interested in this kind of video, please leave a comment, and if you have any feedback, please also leave a comment.